Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy Sir Drinks a Lot. You tuned into a Lap It Up Solar Eclipse Edition style. The reason I'm actually traveling for the eclipse, and I know that sounds a bit weird. Well, maybe not. Some of you probably doing that right now. Well, actually, not right now because this will probably come out after the eclipse. But that's scary. That's a wide angle. Anyway, traveling through Texas can be a little crazy, especially when everybody else is traveling too. I am going to visit some family just north of San Antonio, and I haven't seen them in... Okay, we actually chat on Discord a lot, and we have our camera sometimes, so I have gotten to see them. Plus, like, they take pictures for Facebook, all that fun stuff. But Ken hasn't gone with me. So this is... And my car was having issues for a while. Come to find out, there were a lot of frayed wires. So there were a lot of wires touching. That's why I was getting a lot of issues with just a lot of stuff while driving. And occasionally having my vehicle act like it wasn't getting any gas. But that got fixed. Probably, I think, I think it must have been sometime mid last year. So I could have gone. And even when I went on my cruise, I was kind of hesitant to have my car go or take my mom's. My mom was fine with taking her vehicle, so we took hers. But now I'm taking my vehicle. I've gotten at least, I've probably gotten over 100 miles away from town. Almost maybe 120. So we're doing real good, no issues. Drive's been good. He doesn't get to drive that often. Drive, obviously. He doesn't get to drive that often. But, so got the window open for him. I've got the back fully emptied. Thing is, I do have one of those hammock things, but I forgot to put it up. And I need it. Well, what I'm thinking about doing is stop it at a rest stop. I've got a lead line. I'll hook him to a tree or the tailgate. I'll take the little hammock thing out, put it in the back seat so he has a full range of motion without getting caught between the back seat and the floorboard. But so far he's been doing pretty good. Just got stopped at a Buc-ee's, not a Busey's, a Buc-ee's. Okay, let's get it right. Just don't get things twisted. Now, as I said, this is a Lap It Up, which means there's a drink involved. Hold on, there we go. The drink, and I'm pretty sure I haven't done this. I'm gonna feel like a dummy if I haven't, but you know what? A redo is worth it. I would have done this, I would think. It is a strawberry banana prime. I remember doing the 3 colors, and then the red, white, and blue one. There's like a pink one. There's like a pink, a lemonade, a pink one, a yellow one, and I think a green one or blue one. And then there's the red, white, and blue. I think it's even a white one. So I'm pretty sure I've done those. Pretty sure I have. But I don't think I've done this. And I am excited because I like strawberry banana. It's kind of my jam. And you know what? Yeah, it's also a prime. So 10% coconut water. You're looking at 25 calories. There's some old small towns where they've repurposed the old buildings instead of like just knocking them down and putting new stuff up. I like that. It's one of the reasons I like driving through Texas. You go through a lot of smaller towns. In the downtown area, you have to usually drive through, and yeah, it's worth it. It's very, very cool. 15 milligrams of sodium. That's not bad. I really like that. Primes are, I don't know. I really do like the primes. They're good. Mostly because of that. Come on now. Old Ford, old green Ford. Ooh. Okay, you have to come to a complete stop before you turn. Okay, that's fine. Oh, the doggy. All of a sudden, my animosity is gone. There's a barbecue truck. I mean, a van, wagon, whatever. Man, cemetery. Forgot about that. Been a while. This is also a hydration drink, so not an energy drink, which is fine. Not a problem with that. But 1 gram total sugars. That is it. So, I mean, honestly, what are you going to do? Primes are good. I need to try to keep more on me, you know? Instead of drinking some of this other stuff that I've had to drink today. I had a Monster Mocha Loca, whatever, Mocha Chaka Cherry Chimichanga. No, not really. Oh, that smells so good. It smells like a strawberry banana smoothie, like I'm about to drink one, you know. And this is crushed ice. Ooh. Shut the front door. Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm not kidding around. This is good stuff. I feel like Jordan the Stallion right now when he tries something and it's good. He's like, I'm gonna fall down. This is good. Yeah. Prime. You guys, I don't remember all the grades of the stuff that I've done before, but like, just yeah, it's good. Could be a little creamier in my opinion, but honestly, I want to like pour this into one of those machines that freezes your drinks, makes them into the slushies. This would be top tier. I am so. This is so good. Oh. Yeah. This is delish. I've also got like a little water bowl over here with a little lip around it, so that if I slosh, the water doesn't pump, splash out. I had to go in to go to the bathroom. He had water before we got in the car, but I haven't seen him drink out of here, so I was a little worried that he wasn't going to drink anything. I get back, and there's splashy water all over the place, little bits of drops. So I know that he had to have had some. So that's good. Plus, it's cold. It also seems to be still very cold after being in this container for a bit. He's good. He gets to stick his nose out, and occasionally he'll like get over here in the corner. I was a little worried that he was in the corner because he couldn't sit down or he was feeling nauseous or something, but no. All of a sudden, my shoulder starts feeling really warm from him just sitting there going, So, I have to keep an eye on him to make sure he's going to be okay. Like I said, first major trip in a long time. I think the last time I took him on a long trip, was to, I can't remember what beach it was, but we walked out into the water. He did his thing. He splashed around. Yeah, pretty cool. I thought it was very neat. I got my vehicle stuck because it was just too sandy. Whoa, 18-wheeler. But yeah, no, not quite sure how much more time I've got. I think probably another hour will get me to Yeah, about an hour. Well, I'll probably be, I say, at Bastrop. By the way, Bastrop's real nice. I like Bastrop. I like the road coming in because they have, at least from this end, they have 2-lane, a center median where there's a lot of trees, and then gate, the fence, the little the crash bar stuff on either side, and then 2 lanes on the other side go in the other direction with occasional crossovers. But it's really small. It's like a whole lane, maybe a lane and a half. But somebody had dressed a pole, small, like 4 foot pole or whatever, put a shirt, pants, and a leg, so it looked like somebody was doing a headstand, but it's actually some kind of a prop or something. But when I first went there, before we had the fires of, what year was that? 15? There was a year where I think it was Rick Perry. Yeah, we had a governor who, and I can't remember the name, it's not really big. I think it was Rick Perry. Before Abbott. Something that gets done a lot is they stop sending funds to things that they don't think need it. Additional funds before a certain time of the year where they check to see how good a state is, like financially state is doing, so it looks like there's more money in the coffers, and then they send out some money, but a smaller amount. Well, Rick, Glasses McGee, I'm be funny if I get the name wrong, but anyway, he basically ceased financing for volunteer fire departments all over the state, or dropped the funding or whatever, citing the no necessity, or that they were getting too much or something like that. I can't remember what the exact reasoning behind it, but basically it was like, just we're spending too much on something that they're adequately equipped to get to do. They weren't. We had fires all over the damn state. I mean, literally acres and acres just getting burned up, and the volunteer fire departments were not funded the way they were, so they couldn't afford they didn't have the manpower. A lot of people just quit, and a lot of places were underfunded. And that's not technically the only reason why, but it was a bad call at a bad time. If it hadn't had the amount, like it is insane. It was a very dry year. It was very crazy, but bad call. And I mean, yes, it could have happened to other people, but like it didn't seem like, while these were happening, stuff should have been done, and some things were done, but I don't know. Anyway, that area, like there were woods. I'm talking about Bastrop, by the way. The entry, right and left, woods, thick woods, 2 lanes, a median that had trees in it that, and bush and stuff like that. I mean, not but then the guard railing on either side. It was just like, going through the Death Star, but in the woods. It was very, very cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very nice. And then I came back after the fire, and a couple of years after, and just dead trees, and some green, but not much. And it was not the way I remembered it. It was, and it's pretty devastating. But that's the reason why I talk about Bastrop, is because of that. Now it's looking a lot better, but it's almost like it was kept back a little bit. Oddly enough, probably one of the more is like one of the more annoying instances in a previous relationship that I had been in. It got into a very big argument, almost like I think came close to breaking up at the time. And I can't remember what happened. And the thing is, it's like I feel like I must have done something. Just trying to get yourself into a wreck. Anyway, and I remember like being really sorry that I said something or I did something that was just dumb. And I think I said I can't remember what it was, but I remember being a very big baby, big whiny. I'm sorry. Which if I screw up, I apologize. I'm definitely gonna apologize. But I got the silent treatment, the cold shoulder, the entire rest of the time, and it was so. Afterwards, I remember having the feeling like I shouldn't really be doing this. Like, I don't think what I did warranted that kind of a response. Because I remember feeling that. Obviously, as a man, I can't remember what I did, and I probably deserved it. But I remember the feeling of like, no, this is not right. Why aren't you talking to me? I mean, yes, okay, I screwed up, but I mean, I'm sorry. I can't remember what it was, and I felt like the reaction to it was disproportionate. And like I said, it's probably not. Because like I'm a dude. I can't remember what it was, but it was like one of those times where like, one time I was driving home with her sister, and I had not I've been driving and following, and she got really upset with me because she thought that I was her sister was married to one of my best friends, and we were both coming back to town. We had two different vehicles. We were driving back, I remember her being really upset. And obviously, I enjoyed spending a lot more time with them than her. I had known the sister longer, and I was just like, no. We headed home, and two different vehicles. I mean, I'm just following her, and I just didn't get a chance to I didn't do a lot more video and stuff. So yay, Subaru. Okay. Anyway, but this is really good. And there should have been a lot of red flags going off in my head, going, this is not conducive, and that was the kind of relationship where I realized, eventually afterward, I realized that there were times when I probably should have put more effort into, but there were a lot of times where I just kind of you know what, this is not a healthy relationship, I feel jealous, I feel frustrated, a lot of the time I really didn't feel like my feelings were being reciprocated. Not that I was being treated like crap, but just, it was like the response to some of the things that I did were just expected versus, thanked. I don't know actually if I was ever thanked. I feel like me being the boyfriend and doing the boyfriend thing was just expected. And that, I really should have done something about that. and my efforts might have caused, changed how things ended up, one way or the other. But honestly, besides the fact that me now, I would have. I probably would. A lot of times, I was stuck in my hometown, and I should have tried to get out. I should have tried earlier to leave and find a similar path or something. I was too afraid of trying to find another job, move to a different town. Yeah. But then again, I had security, and security was comfortable. So, and the thing is, it's a very good possibility I would have ended up having to come back, because considering how things ended up. Yeah. And that would have made me feel even worse, I think. So part of me thinks I did good. There's always a part of me that goes, maybe, but no. I mean, there are always things you can do better in a relationship, especially when it seems like both parties are interested. But I think after a time, time does not heal old wounds. It just dulls them. And sometimes it makes you hate even more. Or just become disinterested. Distance as well can be very difficult. That's why you can't do long distance relationships. Anyway, back to this. We've already been at 21 minutes. This is really good. I really enjoy this. You know what? I'm going to buy this more often, I think. I'm going to put these in my fridge. It gets a 5 on the 5 scale. I'm giving this... I'm fighting myself here. It's either a 9 or a 10. I can't... I think it's a 9.5. I mean, yeah. I'd have to have this a little more often, I think. But honestly, this is really good. I love this. It is tasty. 5 and a 9.5. I am pushing myself not to give it a 10. I want to give it a 10. I really do. It kind of reminds me of the Sobeys that got canceled. But yeah, good stuff. I hope you guys have a good time. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all being safe. Don't stare at the sun unless you got the glasses on. As always, I am Sir Brinkslot, and I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. Y'all take care, make good decisions, and yeah, I'll see you next time.